Hi, my name is Bobbie, and I am going to probably start a series of helpful videos for you that might keep you from being a victim of domestic assault or abuse while you are in a relationship or not. You can be a male or a female, it doesn't matter. You are always subject to any kind of assault or abuse in your life. So my thing is, I have been, and I want to share with you a few things that you might want to watch for to keep you from falling victim for long periods of time. First of all, understand that you're not alone. Second of all, understand that there are people out there that this is happening to, and they will not say a word to anyone. So they think the more that they hide, the more they are going to be able to keep their loved one, because you actually do feel like you love them, safe, or you're afraid of them. So the next thing that you want to be aware of is there are approximately 7 times abuse happens on an average before somebody will actually call the police or report anything to any authority because of the fear, the lies, the love. It's not really love, trust me. You think it is, but it's not. It's actually fear. So my thing is to kind of guide you in my steps that I took, and how long it took me to realize that I was really not ever going to win in this relationship. I wasn't going to stop any of the abuse. It actually escalated far more than I ever thought it would. But you need to be aware that nobody should ever touch you, whether you're a man or a woman. But if you actually do get attacked, and maybe it's your first time, maybe it's your 18th time, whatever it is, you need to actually start letting somebody know, because there's going to be a pattern that it's never going to stop. And you should never live like that. You should never live in fear. You should never live in disrespect of yourself. You need to know that you are a wonderful person. No matter who you are, what you've been through, you will survive. Trust me, I am. I'm a survivor. And that's what my whole goal is, to save somebody else that maybe it's escalating into something bigger and you don't know what to do. Well, let me tell you, there's shelters everywhere and they will protect you. So, and maybe there might be times when you might have to leave your own house, but don't be upset if you have to leave your own house and let them stay, because this is one thing nobody ever told me. It's probably best that you leave, because if you leave and go into some other place, that person that has attacked you doesn't know the layout of your house. He doesn't know where you're at, the doors to come in, the windows. So it's really not a bad thing if you have to leave. So don't let that stop you from ever getting out of a bad situation. If it's for your children, for you. So keep in mind, the first things that are going to happen are the lies, the hitting first, the lies, the name calling. So when they tell you that, oh, you're beautiful in the morning, and then after a lot of alcohol that night, all the bad names that you really don't ever want to be called, and then they say they love you and they're sorry, I didn't mean it the next morning, but then it's a cycle every day. And it's never going to change. And every day that you sit there and you take that, it makes you feel like you're less of a person, and makes you feel like nobody will ever love you or nobody will ever look at you in a good way. Well, you need to understand, it doesn't matter at all who looks at you. My hair wasn't always like this, but when I got out and I finally let everything go, check me out now. I love it. I love my life. I am single, and that's because I choose to be single. And I am a fighter. So I have rose to the occasion, and now I'm here to help you figure out what to do. I don't want anybody to ever go through what I went through, and it will happen, but you need to know you've got the strength to back out. You can get out of it, and there's going to be people who will help you. There's people who know it's happening to you already. They can tell by the way you act, by the way you shy down, by the way you cry. I put on a happy face all the time, but they could tell. They could tell there was something that was controlling me, and that is a key factor, control. So when I got out, I still had the problems because, you felt like you love them, and you just felt like, I don't know how I'm going to do it. Oh, people, let me tell you, guy or girl, I got this. This is an incredible life now. I feel 100% better about myself, and everybody can see that my confidence is just off the chain. And I could not have done this if it wasn't for the help of my friends and my family and the people that were in the shelters, the domestic assault centers. You have a choice. If you even call 911 and talk to somebody, or talk to a local police officer. If you call 911, they're probably going to show up at your house anyway because that's law. They have to. But even if you say don't, I just called, they're going to show up. And so I would suggest strongly calling 911 because then there's going to be a record of some kind of abuse starting. But you talk to friends or shelters, and they're going to guide you on what to do, and they're going to help you because you don't know what to do. You're scared. You feel like you're alone. You're so embarrassed, and you don't ever have to be embarrassed. It is not about you. It is their problem. You are fine. You're the best part of their life, and they think that if they control you, then you're going to have to stay with them because nobody else will. And that is honest to God. Nobody will put up with it. So you need to start looking for the signs, the lying, the hitting. Man, I was spit in the face. Yes, this face. Spit in the face. I was choked. I was hit. I had a bloody lip. Another thing too, and I totally forgot. I started a journal, and I journaled for 2 years of what was going on in my life. And you really need to do that because you're going to find out you forget a lot of stuff until you look at that journal and you're starting to write all that stuff down for court. And you're like, oh my God, I didn't even have a clue. I forgot all about this and I forgot about that. And then you're going to realize, were you really ever happy? Even the times when you thought were okay, were you happy? You were probably in fear. And you didn't want to say anything, or you didn't want to leave, or because every time you go do something, they're going to accuse you're screwing around. Well, when they're doing that, it's probably them. It's not you. So my new goal in life now is to try to help people, male or female, children, whatever I can. If there's a problem, you call 911. You find a shelter in your area, Google it. Women's shelter, just Google it. You're going to find things. And then you're going to start building, and trust me, these people at these shelters or the police department, when they get the call and they try to help you and then you fall back into going back to that person, you're going to regret doing it right off the bat. And but the best thing about these people that want to help, they know all about it. They know that you're probably going to fall back into the same pattern because that's what you've known. But they're not going to judge you. They're going to help you. They're going to tell you, they're going to be there. It took me 4 times to totally stay with a restraining order that is in effect for 2 years. So they are going to know that it could happen, because if that person contacts them and they're so afraid of them, and then they fall back into it, and this person talks them into getting back together, and they drop the charges because they don't want to be found on the internet, for domestic assault, they know. And they're going to say, you know what, we're here for you anytime, because one time is going to be way too many times. And when that happens, you're going to know. You're going to think every time you go, but you're going to know. And I know that I'm on my way. So I want you guys to know that I'm here. If there's anything that I can do, just message me, and I will try my hardest to do everything I can to help you, because you don't have to live like this. So I I'll be watching, and I hope to have another video soon. You guys take care and believe in yourself, because it's all about you.